Hey, what's up, guys? It's your girl Ayannie, and we're live in the living room. And shout out to Reese, the director.
So Ayannie, tell everybody where you're from.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ayannie. I'm from the beautiful island of Grenada with all the spices, the nutmeg, the cocoa. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So what was it like growing up in Grenada? Like school? What was it like growing up?
Grenada is, trust me, it's different from growing up in New York.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's a beautiful small island, you know, and
like everybody knows everybody type of place.
Everybody know everybody.
Wow.
Not exactly everybody, you know, but it's just like a different vibes from up here.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, what was it like growing up? Single family home, both parents?
I had like my whole family.
Oh wow, in one house.
Yeah, a big family.
Wow,
Yeah.
Cousins, aunties.
Cousins, aunt, everybody.
Yeah, real family oriented.
Yes, I am.
Do you miss that?
The thing about it, like growing up in Grenada, my family is like, I should say on my dad's side, he's like very strict, you know. So it's like I grew up like with certain, you know, like it's totally different from how you see me as now, you know, as my personality and stuff like that. That's something that I grow into,
right?
You know.
Was he like really religious?
No, like he's just strict, you know.
Had to be in the house at a certain time. Couldn't have friends.
Couldn't have certain friends, you know. Like yeah.
Okay. Any siblings?
I have two brothers, two sisters. Yeah.
Are you guys close?
Yeah, we're close.
Oh, that's good. Okay. So like how are they like receptive of your music? Do they like it? Do they listen?
They're they love my music.
That's
but like
good.
I wouldn't say I'm gonna be honest, like not everybody support my music like that, you know, because I think it's not everybody support like, you know, like the dance hall and stuff like that. Yeah, but I mean, they love it, but you know, they don't support it fully.
Okay.
You know? Yeah.
That's so hard to believe for me. I just feel like I always know Caribbean people are more family oriented. Like you say, you grew up in a house full of relatives, you know. So I assume like they would be so embracive. And then you know, it's the culture. Like it's not like you're making music that's not reggae or dancehall type of music.
Yeah. I think you see the thing about it, like in New York and back in the Caribbean. I think like, you know, like since like a lot of parents are so like, should I say old school?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So it's like a lot of times they don't want you to do like music. You know, they see music as
something bad. Yeah. Like devil's music and stuff. So were you relatively a good kid or bad kid coming up?
Growing up in Grenada?
Yeah. Oh, just well, when did you move to New York? Or when did you come to America?
I came to America. Can we start it over?
Oh no, we live and live. We ain't starting over no more.
Baby, candid.
Yes, we not starting over no more. Like, when did you move? First, like, when did you move to America?
When did I move to America? You're gonna edit that out, right?
Of course, yes,
okay.
Yeah. Just a little bit, maybe. I don't know. I mean, we are live. We live.
When did I move to America? When it was what am I saying? 2020. Was it 2012? Yeah, I'm up here like 12, 13 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you went to school and everything in Grenada?
I went to school in Grenada.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. What was that transition like moving here? You know, 12 years ago.
The transition from
Grenada to America.
I mean,
was it hard? Like, you know, like to understand the people and how things moved here?
Could you answer that question again?
Yes. What was the transition like 12 years ago when you first got here to America? What was that like?
I think like coming up here, like I had to, you see, like I came up here like when I was like 19, so I had to like, I mean, I used to work back in Grenada, but like coming up here, I had to like start like working like seriously because you know what America is about.
Yes, making
like,
money.
Yeah, you have to just do what you gotta do to make the money.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how did you come with your stage name, Ayannie? Or is that your birth name?
My stage name, Ayannie. I mean, everybody called me Yanni, you know? So, like, one day I was in the studio and I was talking to one of my producers and I was like, I need a singing name, but I don't want to use Yanni, you know? So he was like, what about Ayannie?
Wow.
Yes,
I would have thought that was your first name. Wow.
Yeah, that's how it came
Yeah,
about.
me too.
Yeah, but
Oh,
everybody called me Yanni.
Yanni. Okay.
Yeah.
So Ayannie is a play on to your real name, to your government name.
My real name is not Ayannie.
Of course,
Everybody
right.
call me Ayannie. Everybody call me Yanni.
Yes, and so I'm asking, Yanni, is it a playoff of your real name?
Yes.
Okay,
Because
got it.
everybody
Okay.
call me Yanni, so that's the reason why, you know,
Right.
yeah.
So how long have you been a beautician and an artist?
How long have I been a beautician and an artist?
Yes.
I started off doing like my family hair and stuff like that.
Okay.
You know, so I always been into music,
Right.
you know, but like in terms of, can you bring that?
Yeah.
I'm bad at
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Could you ask me
Yes,
that
I can ask you a question
question
again. Yes. How long have you been a beautician and an artist?
How long have I been a beautician and an artist?
Yes.
First of all, I started off dancing.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the first thing I started doing.
Like in a real dance group and
in a
everything?
dance group.
Oh,
Yeah,
shoot.
back in
Okay.
Grenada.
What was the name of your group?
Live and direct.
Live and direct. Hey. Okay.
Yeah, I used to, you know, that's what like I was known for back home, you know, like
For dancing.
for dancing.
Wow.
You know, and then I started off doing modeling, you know.
Wow, okay.
I started off doing modeling and then transitioned to music,
Right.
you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so
That's nice. So what comes first? The music or doing hair?
music, of course. That is
Music.
my passion. That is something that I love to do, you know. Yeah.
Okay. Do you come from a musical background?
Musical background. I have a lot of family, cousins, you know, that do music. So, you know, I would definitely say yes, it's in my family. But in terms of me and my cousins being close,
Yeah.
I would say no. We're not that close, but I come from a musical family.
Right. Who did you grow up listening to?
Who I grew up listening to. Can you ask that question again?
Who did you grow up listening to musically? Like what artists do you remember listening to when you were younger?
I listen to a lot of, should I say like the artist or the type of music?
The artists, like any type of music.
I started off listening to, like I grew up listening to soca, dancehall, reggae,
Yes.
you know? So, I mean, coming from Grenada, I listened to Mr. Killer, Mr. Killer, Lava Man. I grew up listening to Brother B.
Okay.
I also grew up listening to a lot of, like, you mean like outside of Grenada?
No, just in general.
I listen to a lot of, I listen to different music, but like in terms of like Grenadian culture, I'll say
Yes.
Mr. Killer, Lava Man, Brother B, Inspector. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what inspired the track Big Provider?
Big Provider is a song that came about from, it's a true story.
Okay.
You know, it's an experience. And basically the song came about, one day I was like listening a beat that I came across off of YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was like, I like that beat, you know. I ended up contacting the producer. I got his WhatsApp. I got his information and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm gonna hit up this guy, you know, to make sure everything is, you know, legit before, you know, I start writing.
Right.
So, you know, I contacted him so and so, you know, I end up getting a lease for the beats.
Oh, no.
And then like I listened to beats and I was like, like I started listening to beats. It's like I started singing like, baby, when I give you this slow wine, like just thinking about, thinking about like experiences and stuff. I was actually thinking about someone,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So when you're searching for your beats, like who do you compare yourself to? Like when you type up like such and such type like beat, who do you compare your sound to?
how do I compare myself to?
Yeah, like so say if you're like looking for your beat, do you type a spice type of beat? If you want to like kind of freestyle to create a song.
I don't really look up beats.
Oh no?
No, like the thing about it, I go with like energy, like wherever like the universe and creator bring me to, like sometimes you're in certain situation and you just stroll YouTube, but I don't really like search for a specific type of beat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I recently seen that you had an interview with NTF Podcast. Like, how did you make that connection?
Nothing to Fear podcast.
Yes. Nice interview too, by the way.
Thank you.
And shout out to them for booking you.
Thank you.
But how did you make that connection?
Well, I do hair. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I met him through doing his hair.
Oh, okay, dope.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Where's that location located? Let's shout them out. Where they located at?
Church Avenue.
Church Avenue.
Yes.
Cool. So, what marketing strategies have you been using to promote your music?
What marketing strategy have I been using?
Yeah.
I'll say my support system. Well, I'd say number one is God, because He's the first in everything. And, I have a huge support system, people that really support me. So it's like, we all support each other and,
But like far as like on social media, are you like following trends, like making skit videos or stuff like that, like to get the music out? Like what are you doing to promote it?
Definitely.
Social media, okay,
yes.
Cool.
But I would not say social media is like the number one.
Right.
I'm definitely like outside.
Right.
Doing the work, giving her the cards, to people.
I definitely know you always give out your business cards, no matter what.
Yes.
So what's your favorite single that's out right now?
My favorite single, all of them.
But if you could pick one, that's your baby.
That's a tough question. Because like all my music is definitely like.
I know you love all of your music, but like that one that keeps a certain like space in your heart,
I like Winner because it was like my first official release. Winner, yeah.
And who produced Winner for you?
Myself and producer, I can never remember his name. I'm sorry.
So long ago, no problem.
Yeah. It wasn't so long ago, but it was somebody that put me onto him. But he's not really like an official.
Right,
producer.
somebody that you like consistently been working with.
No, he just make beats, So
okay, got it.
It's not like somebody that I know.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you describe your creative process when it comes to like writing and composing your music? Like what inspires you? Like you have to go through a certain situation to write?
Writing my music. How do I come about like in terms of writing?
Yeah, like what's your process?
I just go with the flow and the vibes, and I follow my. You see, I wouldn't say I'm spiritual, but I'm a very like I tap in with myself a lot, So like I think that's one of the reasons why I know I was born to do this.
Right.
Yeah, because like whenever I write, it's not like something that like I don't force to do it. It just come natural.
Okay.
Yes.
I actually stumbled across meeting you is from Karen. So shout out 1718, like AKA Promotion in Sosa. That's how I call when meeting
Big
you.
up to Street Media.
Yes.
Mathematics, the whole entire.
Yes, Street Media. Shout out all of them.
Yeah.
October 6th.
Yep.
Exactly. And
So,
that's one thing, people gotta realize, you gotta stay grounded,
Yes.
Grounded, whenever, somebody, okay, you gotta how should I say it? You gotta tap in and stay grounded. Like whenever somebody help you, you gotta remember that person.
Definitely. That's why right now I'm making sure I'm including Karen and Sosa and Math, and all those guys into this interview because they always showing Monet love. They showing everybody love. So it's like, why not make sure I'm showing them some love within this interview?
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out to them.
Big up to mathematics.
And make sure everybody tap in for November 6th.
Yeah.
So actually, how did you meet Karen? Actually,
how did I meet Karen? I actually met mathematics first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was like the first. Somebody put me onto him.
Right.
I wouldn't say the person. I don't want to put them on the spot.
Right. That's okay.
Yes.
What inspired you to even make music?
First of all, I know that I was born to do music. I know I was born to do this. It's too natural, and it's too, I want to say it's easy, but it's just natural. It's not like something you gotta, like something you just have to fight for something and work up yourself and try to do this, it's just, like mellow and vibesy and natural. Yes.
There's some red flags for Ayannie.
I mean,
and that could even be musically, like working with a producer, like what are some red flags for you?
That's a very good question. I definitely, you see, like I'm a very godly person, in everything that I do, I put God first. So whenever something come my way, I could feel if it's negative or if it's positive,
Okay.
So so
how do you manage your love life and having a music career? Like, is it hard balancing the two?
my love life,
Yeah, how do you manage it, like having a love life and a music career?
We wanna know. Tell us the secret, girl.
listen, okay, I'm gonna answer that question. Could you ask me that again? I'm answered.
Yes, I can. How do you manage your love life and having a music career?
Support. You gotta have people that support you in everything. Your friends, your relationship, like if you really wanna make it in this, in this life, you have to have good support, moral support. That's the main thing,
Okay.
Yes.
What's one advice you'll give to someone that's trying to manage the two? A relationship and a career in music?
That's a good question too. I'll say somebody that's trying to manage a relationship and a career. Well, it goes back to the same thing that I just say. You gotta have people that that really want your best interest. Yeah. And the thing about it, sometimes you wouldn't know until you get to know that person. But to me, like put God first.
Okay.
Put God first in everything, and you'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what comes first? Your career or your partner?
Ask me that question again.
Yo.
What type of question is that?
Who comes first, your partner or your career?
Who comes first?
Yes.
What comes first?
What comes first? Who comes first?
God. God comes first, because to be honest, like once you focus on Him, you're gonna know what's right from wrong, and who's right and who's wrong.
All right, but let's say in an instant, like your partner, like really wants you to come to this dinner with them, but you have this big show. Which one are you choosing?
First of all, if you have a partner that wants you to come somewhere and you have a show, that person's supposed to understand that you have a show and they're supposed to
So
come.
your career comes first?
It's not that, no. I wouldn't say the career come first, but you gotta know, like, say for instance, if your partner wants you to come to dinner, he's supposed to know that, okay, He's supposed to tell you.
But what if he's been knowing this for like every month? You've been canceling plans with him because the career has been coming first, obviously. But he's like, this is something I planned. I want you to be here. But someone just called you with a big opportunity to perform that same night. Like, are you gonna cancel on your partner?
I don't think it's gonna ever happen like that.
Okay. Okay.
So I can't answer that question because I don't think something like that gonna,
Yes.
Yeah.
Has music always been natural to you?
Music has always been, like, since I was small growing up. Like, I used to write on, like, if I have a piece of paper, I'm writing on it, like, So that's how I know, like, music is something that I really, really love,
Yes.
Yeah.
So when did you say to yourself, I found my purpose?
The thing about it, I always been doing music, but I was just like really, really scared to, should I say scared is the word? Like, I didn't have the confidence to, because like, doing music behind the scenes, I used to like wonder, like, is people gonna really love what I'm doing? Is people gonna love my music? Are they really gonna dig my music? So it's like something that I've always been doing, but like in terms of coming out to do it, trust me, it was a task, and it was a task.
Tell me about your first musical memory.
My first musical memory. Like when I first started doing music?
No, when you first, like your first, so for me, my first musical memory was church. I remember like going to church with my grandmother, hearing like the way they clapped. It was different from the way my other grandmother's church clapped. I was talking to my air about it because she went to like more of like a Catholic church. So they sung more like opera and going to a Baptist church. That was my first musical memory.
Yeah, you have a point though. But my first musical memory, I mean, I love God, and yes, I would say church, but like I started off dancing.
Mm-hmm.
I started off dancing, so it's like.
In Grenada, I'm sure it's really popular to people playing music and dancing, and right?
Yes, yeah.
Being festive. Yeah. So tell me about that first musical memory. It was church.
It was definitely church. Okay. You're right. It was definitely church.
Okay. Tell me about without saying any names, tell me about your worst music experience.
My worst music experience?
Yes.
I never had one.
That's good.
I never had one.
That's great, actually. So being a musician isn't enough these days. Like, you have to be the editor. You have to also be a beautician, do hair, create your own content. Is that hard?
I mean, I'll say it is a challenge, but one thing I'll figure out, is that we have to put priorities in front, What is priority, what is not.
What do you love more, making the music or performing it?
Making music or performing?
Yeah, what do you love more, making the music or performing it?
Everything. I love everything about music.
But if you had to pick one, making your music or performing the music?
Both.
Okay.
I'll definitely pick both.
Okay.
Because, it's a process. Like, in order to perform the music, you have to make the music.
Right.
Yeah.
So how hands-on are you when it comes to like recording the music and shooting your music videos?
How hands-on?
Yeah. Are you like directing, coming up with your own ideas, or are you allowing like someone else to create this vision for you?
No. Definitely not. I'm into everything, when it comes to my music. That's one thing. I don't play that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't play that.
Okay.
So like, say for instance, somebody, give me an opinion. Yes, I'll definitely think about it. But like, I do whatever I want to do.
Right.
And that's one thing I'm gonna encourage a lot of artists, because like sometimes like we want to, like, say for instance, you want to do the music, so like some people that like they want to do it so bad, so they just, like they put their dreams into other people's hands. Just remember, just take your time, and just remember everything is a process. It's a process, and don't try to rush. Don't try to rush anything. Just take your time. First and foremost, get to know yourself. Get to know who you are as a person. Get to know God. You understand? Because He's like the number one. That's the first thing you have to know in order to find yourself.
Right.
You understand? Because you don't want to like end up doing certain things and it's like you're lost.
Yes.
Don't be lost.
So what's the hardest part in your opinion with growing a fan base, or has that been easy for you?
Growing a fan base, I'll definitely say I'll be myself at all times. Try to be myself, because like sometimes you don't want to do what, yes, it comes with the business and all that, but you want to make sure and be yourself, at all times. Be yourself. Don't, like, if there's something quirky about you, do that shit. I'm telling you, because you don't want to like, because sometimes you do certain things and people gonna, trust me, they're gonna relate to it. Yeah, like, sometimes you have certain things about you and you're like, damn, I gotta do this in order for somebody to like me. No. Just do you.
Right.
Yeah.
So which one would you prefer, a fan base or support system?
That is a good question too. First and foremost, you need your support system in order to get your fan base.
Yes.
So that's like the number one, having a good support system, people that support you, and then you could, get the right fans.
Right, I agree.
Yeah.
What's one message you'll give to the youth?
Put God first. That is the number one in everything. Put God first.
What makes you different?
What makes me different? That is a good question, but I'll answer it. One thing I know, like, I try to be myself at all times. Like, we're not perfect, but you have to try. You have to be yourself.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the only how. That's what's going to differentiate you from other people.
Yeah.
Yes.
How important is it for you to incorporate your culture in your music?
Very important. I'm in New York. I live but I love my country. I love Grenada.
Yes.
I love it. It's like, like sometimes you move to certain area and it's like, you get so caught up. But that's one thing I try to do. I always try to stay grounded and like connected to my country, because that's where I'm from.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's one thing you miss about back home that you just cannot get here?
One thing I miss about back home, oh my goodness, the beaches and the good food. Like, yep, that's like the number one, the good food and the beaches.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for someone who's never heard of Ayannie, tell us 2 songs they should go listen to right now.
Definitely listen. 2 songs. Definitely go listen to. That's a good question too. Listen to Winner. That's like, like when I wrote Winner, I was really like, I had an experience with something. I wouldn't say what it is. And it's like I was really, really mad. And that same time, like I had the beats and I was just listening to the beats and I was like, everything they know about me and my life is lit. Even if I don't know it all, I'ma act like I'm the shit. You can be me, you ain't about me. Yeah.
Okay.
I was really mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you usually fueled by like pain? Is that what inspires your writing?
Not necessarily. You see, like we as artists, we gotta, in order to write good music, you have to tap into yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You have to tap into yourself, and you have to. I wouldn't say I know myself completely, and I wouldn't say I'm perfect.
Right.
But you have to tap into yourself in order to write good music. Because when you write music, I mean, you're not doing it for people, but still you want people to relate to it. So you have to be as real as you can be.
Yes.
You know?
Can you write from a space that you've never been in before?
Can I write from a space that I've never been in before?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I love people. I love people. So, you know, like, I wouldn't say like sometimes, you know, we need our own space and stuff like that, but I really could feel people. I don't like to see people sad. You know, I don't like to see people sad. I like to see people happy. I like to uplift people. I like to see people smiling all the time. So it's like, if I, you know, like, that's something like I could feel. I could feel when people are going through something. So it's like, I don't know how to explain that, but that's what it is. So I could definitely, like, you know, feel somebody pain and just write about it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So my last question: what's next for Ayannie?
What's next for Ayannie? I mean, definitely more good music for sure. Great music. And just know, like, whenever you hear my music, just know it is me. It is me. You know? But that wasn't the question, right? The question was, what's next for me?
Yeah, what's next for you? Any upcoming shows? Any new releases on music? Any new music? Any videos dropping? Any new collaborations?
Yeah. Just know that you guys gonna hear a lot of good music coming up. You know, because I don't do it for myself. You know, I do it for definitely the people. You know, I definitely do it for my fans, my supporters. You know, like, I do it for the people that is going through something, because I know there's a lot of messed up situation out there. A lot of messed up situation. A lot of women going through stuff right now. Right now, as I sit here, a lot of women in messed up relationship, and a man is actually manipulating them. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of situation in this life right now. So you know, like, I just want people to listen to my music, listen to it. And, you know, like, sometimes you hear a music and you listen like just 10 seconds and you just cut it off. Not my music. I'm telling you, just listen to it and, you know, like, put on your headphones.
Yes.
I'm telling you, put on your headphones and listen to the lyrics, because that is what's gonna change your life, your whole perspective about a lot of things. You know, I'm not saying like I'm perfect, but I really want to help people. Yes. So just yeah.
Well, Ayannie, I definitely appreciate you for coming out. We live in the living room. I thank you so much for this interview. Anything else you want to say?
I just want to thank Reese, the director, for this amazing interview. And just make sure you subscribe to the channel and follow his Instagram page, Reese the Director, Maurice Getty on Instagram. And yeah, just show support, because support is love.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. We out of here.